Welcome to Tokyo. In this series, we're moving district by district, starting with the Tokyo everyone knows, Harajuku, Shibuya, and Ginza. The bright, the busy, the modern, and polished. Great for first-time visitors. Stay tuned as we explore some sights, shopping, food, and coffee of these three famous districts. We arrive in Tokyo in the middle of a rainstorm, and after dropping off our bags, make our way to our dinner spot. Sushiro is a chain of casual conveyor belt sushi restaurants. Not really fancy, but so fun, pretty delicious, and a decent value. In this restaurant, we order on an iPad, which is at the table, and the food comes like this, down the tracks, right to your table. For a casual and unique experience, I would definitely recommend Sushiro. And as a bonus, we even got a little gacha toy because of one of the items that we bought. On the way home, it's time to stop quickly at Family Mart to buy a pair of their famous and affordable socks. And now, for our first morning, we're in Shibuya at Sakurai Japanese Tea Experience. You can order various individual teas, but we opted for the tea experience, where a selection of teas are made to order right in front of you. On the side of some of our courses, we had this roasted rice and green tea vinegar snack, which was a really nice savory thing to enjoy alongside the teas. I will not try to describe all the teas that we learned about or that we tasted, but it was a super interesting and elevated experience that I would recommend for any tea lovers. The matcha that we ended with was super smooth. Next up, we're walking off to Harajuku to wander around and do some shopping. Online, I've seen Harajuku described as a home for teenage fashion or cosplay culture, which I kind of get. I would say it's definitely a spot for shopping, fashion generally, and is bustling full of trendy people. The thrift scene was definitely strong here, but it was a bit pricey. Specifically, I found that a lot of American brands were everywhere and marked up compared to what I would expect to pay back home. For example, those Levi's jeans or Carhartt jackets. Still, the scene was bustling and really vibrant. I'm sure there's a lot of selection here, and it was definitely fun to visit. Shibuya is probably the most famous district in the city and is a home for big stores, tons of restaurants, nightlife, and the famous Shibuya Scramble crosswalk, which we'll see later. It's also constantly busy, bustling at all times of day. If you want a great view of the city and a fun rooftop hangout, check out the Parco Shibuya Mall. It's home to the Shibuya Pokemon Center and also has a few open-air terraces with restaurants. ending the night at Don Quixote so that we can buy some gifts, candy, sunscreen, cosmetics, and anything else you can imagine. We start the next day in Shibuya again, specifically the Tomigaya neighborhood. Unlike last night's journey to the Shibuya station area, this is a chill spot, great for independent shops and coffee, and we saw a couple thrift shops on the way. We stopped at Beastie Coffee for a bite to start our day and would definitely recommend this spot.
We're right now walking around the area just south of Yoyogi Park, and the plan is to go to Ginza next.
And I also had the best chocolate tart of my life. It was like a Portuguese tart, but with chocolate in it, and it tasted like a chocolate croissant but better.
It was a nice morning stop, start things chill, and now we're gonna go back into the busyness probably of Ginza and do some shopping.
Ginza is known as a more affluent area where you'll find all the designer stores and expensive shopping. But it's also home to more regular stores and name brand stores like the 12th-floor flagship Uniqlo. A lot of dining options in Ginza are also expensive, but we found a good spot to enjoy some reasonably priced sukiyaki, beef with a soy sauce, mirin, and sugar mix. As afternoon turned to evening, we went to some of the main attractions to see in Ginza. The Uniqlo flagship store, which has a cafe on the top, the Seiko flagship, super cool if you're into watches. I didn't visit the museum, but I might next time. And finally, the Nissan Crossing experience. Make sure to visit the second floor, which has super cool Nissan merch and a couple more cars on display.
Okay, so we're here at, what's the name?
What's the name of this?
Anyways, we'll put it there later. We're here trying some giant udon bowls. I don't know if you can tell how big they are.
Here's mine. You can't really see, but I got the curry udon with pork cutlet.
And I got the black sesame. So,
I also got a huge spoon to eat it with. So good.
Mine's very strong, quite spicy, and I can definitely taste the sesame and a little bit of saltiness for sure.
Anyway, these bowls are ridiculously big, so hopefully we can finish this.
We skip now to evening on the next day, and we're back in Harajuku. As we walk along Takeshita Street, I thought I would share some cool shops to visit in this area. Firstly, Ragtag is a curated used clothing store with great rotating selection. We found the prices not too bad and the quality was really nice. We also visited the Universal Music Store, which at the time was dedicated to the Rolling Stones, but changes to a new artist under their label every once in a while. As a bonus, we also got some free stickers from them. Lastly, there's a few big name stores that have their flagship location here. I wanted to get some Asics shoes while in Japan, but didn't end up finding the perfect pair. There's also a multi-story New Balance store which had a lot of products relating to their star athlete, Shohei Ohtani. Now, for our last morning, we're on the hunt for some coffee and mochi back in Ginza. We start things off at Terran Coffee, which has great drinks and a nice warm atmosphere. We wanted to try some of the real famous cafes in the area like Glitch Coffee, but the lineups were into the street and around the block. Not really worth it for us. So we're here in Ginza, in front of a random building. Well, actually just outside of this store where we bought some daifuku, so like mochi covered fruits. And honestly, it's like very expensive and a lot smaller than we thought. But we wanted to eat this, so display was a lot larger than the actual snack, but that's okay. Packaging off, individually wrapped. One is a muscat, like a grape, and one is strawberry.
Mochi could be bigger. Like, what is this really small? Mostly fruit, honestly. Could use more mochi. But it's a good strawberry.
Okay, this is mochi spot number 2. It's called Bashodo. It's in the basement of Ginza 6 shopping mall. And we got these individually packaged.
Warabi mochi?
Yep, mango flavor. And the other one's sesame. I'm kind of into sesame, so I would try that.
And these were only 250 yen.
Reasonably priced, and they had a lot of different options there. Interesting.
It's like a clear
outside. Sesame inside, I guess.
What's inside it?
Black sesame
it's just
paste, I guess.
Sesame paste. Thoughts?
It's unique. It's not very sweet. It has a strange texture. It's like maybe more sticky than what I'm used to.
Do you like it?
It's not covered in flour. Yeah, I like it. It's unique. The sesame is very strong.
Now we're having the mango one. I just kind of unwrapped it, and same texture on the outside. But it is coming off pretty cleanly. It's just kind of like a jello. Oishi.
Shibuya, Harajuku, and Ginza are some of the most well-known areas in Tokyo, and their reputations are well worth it. Although they might be popular, you could still spend years exploring and shopping these districts. In our next video, we'll check out some slightly different areas, from Asakusa to Akihabara, Nakano, and more. Subscribe and follow along for more travel adventures.